Hey, Team Extinction here. This is the Nuts with a deck profile. As you can tell, I'm profiling Final Countdown. It's a very underrated deck that I've done a good amount of things with. It influenced the YCS in the top 32, made them all like the Tempest Magician, because Joji Orlando told them to, because I beat him with Countdown. It's a really good deck. It gets really underrated. There's a lot of builds going around. Like, I don't want to sound cocky, but I think mine is probably the best. Because I don't like the things like Zero Guard does and stuff. And let's get to the builds. I think you guys can judge. Alright, first up, the obvious 3 Countdown. I thought about cutting to 2, but I think 3 is a good idea. Because they can be dead draws after. Search Engine, 3 Gold Sark. Gold Sark for Countdown, otherwise just Gold Sark for Trap. 3 Upstart. I'll go back to these later. See, time of other stuff. 3 Duality. 3 One Days, very good card that came out recently. Great common from that set. On to Traps. 3 Wabaku, great chainable, pretty much all I need. This is like the stall engine. 3 Threatening Roar. Playset of Thunder Ruler. Playset of Frozen Souls. These effects, they do stack up. A lot of people don't agree with the ruling, but it is true. If you play a Thunder Ruler, and like the same turn you play Frozen Soul, they do skip 2 turns worth of battle phases, because 1 will already be skipped. Even though it's worded similar to Reckless Greed, the effect does not work the same way. That's good. Same with if you just activate 2 Frozen Souls. Draw Engine, playset of Jar, playset of Legacy. And this is the card that a lot of decks don't seem to not know about, at least. 3 Hope for Escape. If you don't know what it does, is if your life points are 2,000 lower than your opponent's, or excuse me, if your life points are at least 1,000 higher than your opponent's, you pay 1,000, then you draw 1 card for 2,000 difference. This is really great in the deck, because you'll be paying a lot. You'll be paying at least 2,000 for Countdown. Then run your 3 Upstarts. And along the way, you'll probably let a few attacks through, so you don't waste up your stall cards. So, like, I've gotten it, just like, you can draw like 6 off these. You can draw 6 to 7. And you get it off when you'll have advantage for the rest of the game. You'll have enough stall to get going. And then you'll draw into the 3 Swift Scarecrows. Really good card that gets really underrated, and a lot of people seem to question it. Works really good with the Upstarts, and it makes your Frozen Souls more alive. And only 3 Scarecrow. I don't play Battle Faders, because I feel like it gives them too many live cards. Like, you want their warnings, their Dust Shoots, all that, to be dead. Even though Dust Shoot is never truly dead, but you want them to not play their warnings, because you want their life points to be continually higher than yours. So you don't want to be paying. All in all, it's a really fun deck. There's not really many plays I can go through, because it's fairly simple, besides the Hope for Escape stuff, and like the Thunder Ruler or Frozen Soul plays.
Explain why you don't play Zero Garna, why you don't like it.
Zero Garna, same reasoning as Battle Fader, because it gives them too many live cards. Like, you don't want their traps to be live, you don't want them to be able to play their warnings and anything. And it's susceptible to a lot more than stuff like this is. And if you're saying, like, what about, like, Decrees? I side deck MSTs, and you can side other routes to it. And if you're about going into time, you side deck into just Burn. I don't have the side with me, because it's with a friend, but you decide completely into Burn. And things like Barkion, they're not seeing much play. Barkion's not seeing much play this format, because, like, no Tech Genis. So it's a pretty safe deck to play. And it's really good. I call it Tier 0, because it's a really cheap deck, and it is really difficult to beat. And it's got some good wins, but it really does piss people off. So I wouldn't play it for extended periods of time, or like at a regional, because people probably will like stall you out or cheat and stuff. So that's all for this deck. I think it's really good. If you have any questions about the build, send me a few messages. If you're playing the deck, you want some advice, feel free to let me know. And yeah, that's about it.